Catherine Elizabeth Hudson, born October 25, 1984, known by the stage name Katy Perry, is the female singer cum music composition man America.
Born in Santa Barbara, California, in her childhood, she often sang in church.
Later, she pursued the gospel music in her teens. She signed with Red Hill Records and released her debut album Katy Hudson at the age of 16, 2001, however, this album suffered a sales decline.
The next year, she moved to Los Angeles and worked with manufacturers Glenn Ballard, Dr. Luke and Max Martin.
After transforming her stage name into Katy Perry and being fired by the Island Def Jam Music Group and Columbia Records, she signed with Capitol Records in April 2007.
Perry became famous when he released his single I Kissed a Girl and his second studio album One of the Boys, 2008. Studio album Tuesday, Teenage Dream, 2010, continued to launch a series of singles topped the Billboard Hot 100 as California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T., Last Friday Night, TGIF, as well as reaching the top 3 for The One That Got Away. This is the first album of a female artist has 5 singles hit the No.
1 spot in the Billboard Hot 100 history and the second album overall, just behind Michael Jackson's Bad, 1987.
In March 2012, she re-released the album Teenage Dream, The Complete Confection, which included the hit single Part of Me and Wide Awake.
The fourth studio album, Prism, 2013, released 5 singles, including 2 singles, Roar and Dark Horse, becoming the first artists to have more than 1 billion videos.
At Vivo for these 2 songs.
Her 5th album, Witness, was released in 2017, her 3rd album on the Billboard 200 of the United States.
Perry has received numerous awards and nominations, including 4 Guinness World Records, 5 American Music Awards, the Brit Awards and the Juno Award for Woman of the Year 2012 by the Billboard Music Journal.
Selected and listed on Forbes magazine's Best Female Pop Artist, 2011 to 2016.
Estimated assets in 2016 is $125 million.
Throughout his music career, Perry has sold over 100 million singles worldwide, making her one of the biggest-selling music artists of all time. Cinematography, she released the documentary biography Katy Perry, Part of Me, 2012, the voice of the movie The Smurfs in 2011 and a sequel in 2013. She also has many name products trading under the name of his, like the perfume Purr, Meow and Killer Queen. At the beginning of his career, Perry focused mainly on religious themes and gospel music and was longing to become Amy Grant. At age 15, she heard The Killer Queen of the band Queen, and described it as the song that made her pursue her music career later.
She was also heavily influenced by teammate Freddie Mercury, who shared the combination of his satirical prowess and his unobtrusive attitude to inspire her music.
she expressed her affection for the group using the song Killer Queen for her third perfume line. She also mentioned the Beach Boys and their Pet Sounds album as influences her in music, one of my favorite recordings and most influenced my compositions.
The tone choices that I make are all about Pet Sounds.
According to Perry, the album of the same name by the Beatles and Pet Sounds was the only thing that I heard within 2 years.
Perry was also influenced by singer Alanis Morissette, primarily from her 1995 album Jagged Little Pill.
Jagged Little Pill is the perfect record for a female artist, said Perry, in which songs are for everyone, and I feel connected to all those songs.
Should be eternal with time.
Perry was inspired by Patty Griffin's Flaming Red and Jonathan Brooks' 10-Cent Wings.
Perry wants to become Joni Mitchell and wants to release folk and acoustic music.
Katy Perry biography. Part of me is inspired primarily by Madonna, Truth or Dare.
She admired Madonna's ability to transform herself, and stated, "I want to change myself like Madonna."
Perry also listed many other names that inspired her product. Gwen Stefani and Bjork are one example, as Perry emphasizes Bjork's willingness to grasp the opportunity.
The song Firework is based on a passage from Jack Kerouac's On the Road, when comparing energetic people like fireworks to the sky and making people look up.
The California Dreams tour is based on Alice's adventures in Wonderland and Wizards of Oz.
She also drew inspiration from The Craft, 1996, for the song Dark Horse and Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now for Prism. Musical styles and themes.
While Perry's style of music often includes elements of pop, rock, electronic, dance, and disco, Katie Hudson's debut album was more of a gospel-inspired instrumental.
Her subsequent productions, One of the Boys and Teenage Dream, are all related to the theme of sex and love. If One of the Boys was a pop rock, Teenage Dream had a disco influence.
On the fourth studio album by Perry, Prism, the elements of dance and pop music are more exposed.
In lyrics, the album brings the message of affection, recognition and life.
Many of her songs, mostly from Teenage Dream, portray teenage love. W describes the sexuality of the album as irresistible melodies.
Belief in himself is also a common theme in Perry's music. Katy Perry performed Dark Horse in the Prismatic World Tour, 2014.
Perry often identifies as a singer-songwriter in the form of a pop star, 9, and maintains her own self-esteem as something that is very important to her.
She shared with Marie Claire, "I feel that the secret miracle that helped me to portray myself more clearly is the courage to be hurt, honest and accurate.
Reach out when they themselves are hurt."
Kristen Wiig argues that Perry's songs are quieter, more comfortable and more addictive, so below the surface are so many mixed emotions, motives, and impulses.
To Phil Carroll King's music.
Greg Kotz. The Chicago Tribune defines being taken seriously as probably Perry's greatest challenge.
The New York Times rated Perry as the most powerful pop star in the world. Her hit songs are easily received with just one hint.
While Randall Roberts of the Los Angeles Times criticized the use of idioms and metaphors in her lyrics.
Throughout her career, Perry also co-starred works for many other artists, including Ashley Tisdale, Selena Gomez and The Scene, Jesse James, Kelly Clarkson, Leslie Roy, Britney Spears, Iggy Azalea, Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande.
Perry owns a female voice.
Perry's vocal received different acclaim and praise. While Betty Clark from The Guardian said that she had powerful voice full of intense, then Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone criticized part accent high processing discreet Perry shown in Teenage Dream.
Darren Harvey from Musicom compares Perry's voice in One of the Boys with Alanis Morissette, both of whom possess playful voices on the mid-octave.
Alex Miller from NME feels Perry's problem is usually in her voice in One of the Boys.
Bernadette McNulty from the Daily Telegraph, on the other hand, praised her rock voice in a review of a promotional night for Prism.
Perry is seen as a sexy icon.
GQ calls her a man's dream, while Elle describes her as sketched by a young man. The Vice described her as a pop star, woman and sexy icon.
She topped the 2010 Maxim Hot 100 ranking, picking up votes from readers for the world's most attractive woman.
Men's Health readers voted her the most attractive woman of 2013.
In early November 2010, Perry shares his pride and contentment with Harper's Bazaar.
Perry's fashion often reconciles humorous elements, bright colors and covers topics related to food, such as her unique spinning mint dress. Vogue described her as never really shy about fierce and harshness in any field, while Glamour referred to her as the macho queen.
In February 2009, she revealed to 17 that her fashion sense was the reconciliation of many different things and affirmed her love of humor in her outfits.
She also described herself as suffering from disorientation. Perry refers to Gwen Stefani, Shirley Manson, Chloe Sevigny, Daphne Guinness, Natalie Portman, and the fictional character Lolita as her iconic characters. In the media, Perry surpassed Justin Bieber to become the most paid Twitter subscriber in early November 2013.
In January 2014, she became the first person to reach the top 50 million followers on this system, and set the 2015 World Guinness World Record for the most watched person on Twitter.
Dorothy Pomerantz from Forbes once praised Perry for her social networking habits, saying that Perry uses Twitter in a great way, when she talks, and shares funny pictures and videos with her fans.
how to make them feel like she is their best friend.
Keith Caulfield from Billboard also praised for her use of social networking to interact with a community of his fans. She appeared on Forbes magazine's Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for 2 consecutive years, taking 3rd place in 2011, $44 million, and positioned 5th in 2012, $45 million. On December 11, 2013, Forbes magazine ranked her 7th in the list of best female songwriters in music in 2013 with $39 million in annual revenue US, and 5th place in 2014 with $40 million.
According to Forbes, Perry is Best Bumper Female Star in 2015, earning more than $135 million US, ranking at No.
3 on the Forbes Celebrity 100.
In 2016, this magazine estimated Perry's total assets of $125 million, and ranked 6th on the Most Composer of Musicians list with $41 million.